Hey, this is Tet from Blades and Blasters, and right now I'm coming to you with a Soulbound Age of Sigmar character creation tutorial. And we can get just right into it. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you probably know what this game is. This game is an Age of Sigmar Warhammer fantasy game by Cubicle 7. It's very, very nice. I think the system is pretty cool from what I know about it so far. I'm just kind of getting started with it, and I just wanted to give you guys a character creation tutorial, so if you have questions or anything, you can come here and kind of follow along and get some ideas. Okay, first of all, the one thing that is a little different in this game is that when you select your archetype is essentially your species. It kind of goes hand in hand, and then when you pick your species, you can pick kind of what you would assume is your class out of that, but you have to pick your species first, because based on the species you have allows you to pick some of the archetypes. Now, unlike most games where you pick an archetype or a or a class, you can pick any kind of species or ancestry or race, whatever they want to call it, and you can just pair them together. That's not the case here at all. It's very specific. So here I have my Foundry VTT character sheet up. It works pretty well. There's some kind of things I'm trying to understand why it does certain things, but that's neither here nor there. So that's what I'm using. I know there's one on Roll20. There's probably one on Astral and all the other ones, but that's what I have access to. So this is Foundry. We're going to just try it out on this. So I'm going to pick so I need to pick my archetype and my species. I'm going to pick a Stormcast Eternal. So I'm just going to put that right there. Oh my goodness, Stormcast Eternal. As you know, Stormcast Eternals are immortal. They get reforged. So each species has a special bonus. There is not a place for it in the sheet that I can see, so I'm just going to put it in the talents. And mine is reforged. I'm not going to go in and put all the stuff in here. Man, I am having a real issue typing. Eternal. So, okay, so that's the requisite of that. And then I'll put all that stuff in there at a different time, but I'm not doing that now. Data entry, you don't want to watch me do data entry, right? So, so we have that part. Okay. So now we're going to look at actually the I guess what is it actually called? It is called so now you're going to go down into your archetypes specifically. I'm in Stormcast Eternals. I'm going to pick Knight Quester. They're more like the melee fighters. I always kind of pick that usually when I do one of these a lot of times, because it's just kind of the most straightforward to build and the most straightforward for understanding. So when you pick one of these, they're going to tell you what your attributes are. Now, the Knight Quester has a 4-2-4. No, that's wrong. Soul's 3. Soul is 3. Is 3 G's. Okay. So that's that. Now, if I wanted to, I can switch 2 of the numbers. I could switch body and mind. I could switch soul and mind. And that sort of thing. But this gives you the kind of the basics of what you would want. Okay, so I'm going to keep it as is. That's fine. The core skill is weapon skill. It's this one, and I get a training and focus in your core skill. So what does that do? Well, this is not a system tutorial, but kind of to give you a gist, this game is a D6 dice pool system. When you roll a die, or you roll a number of dice equal to your attribute plus your training. So if you have a body of 4 and you have a weapon skill of 1, when you roll weapon skill, you're rolling 5 dice. And then whatever those skills are based off of. Now, this sheet would be better if it kind of either had them organized by the skill and the attribute, or it just said what the attributes are. Otherwise, it gets a little funky. You just have to remember them or look them up, and you don't want to do that. In game, what does focus do? Well, focus is a little different. Say you roll a 5. Well, you got to get 6s to succeed in this game. So that's a success. It's a 6. So if you get a 5 and you have 1 focus, I can move the dice 1 face up. So I can go from 5 to 6. If it's a 2, I can go from a 4 to 6, etc. Okay? Alright. So that's what they do. Now I have 7 XP in skills. And I can choose what to spend them on. I have several skills I can choose between. I think I'm gonna pick this person to be very offensive minded and not so defensive minded, which can be seen through all this. Like they're just gonna be a big brute, right? So I could put it in my weapon skill. So there's a list. It's athletics, determination, fortitude, intimidation, lore, might, reflexes, survival, theology, and weapon skill. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to increase my weapon skill by 2 and my focus by 2, and that's going to be, I think it's 6 XP. Let me verify here. There's a table that says how much XP things cost. Yeah, no, 4. That was 4 XP. So that's 4. I have 7. So I have 3 more. I'll do intimidation training for 1. Athletics for 1, and might for 1. Okay, and then his skills will be complete. Okay. Now he gets a core talent that he gets, and it's called. It is called Heroic Challenge. Heroic Challenge. Okay. And so. Heroic Challenge. So that's your core talents that you get. Then you get to pick 3 other talents out of a list of several. So I'm gonna pick. Now I did say that this is the Night Quester. So look in your book. Look at the Night Quester. Please look. Just follow along. I don't like. Sometimes it happens on accident when I do one of these, and you see the PDF, but. You know, hey, we're doing the best we can, but really you should have this book, obviously, if you're going to play. I'm going to do Combat Ready. That gives me advantage and initiative, I think. Now, I didn't take any, did I take Intimidation? Let's see. Yeah. I did. Okay, I took Intimidation. I thought so. Oops. So you just go in here. Intimidating manner. Okay. And the last one, I'm going to take Underdog. Alright. Okay. Those are all my talents. My equipment. I'm not gonna put it in right now, but what I get is you get what is given to you. Well, I might as well. Why not? So 65 drops of Aqua Uranus. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if not. Weapons. I'm gonna do a 2-handed melee. So Great Hammer. He gets Warplate. Just heavy armor. Alright. Okay. The next thing we need to really consider is in the character creation process. I think it's in here. Yeah, so we would fill out all the physical attributes. Age, I type, so he's good. Just put a plus there because he's reborn. So the most important thing here is actually goals. So goals are click on. So you have a short-term goal, which you can change either when it's completed. You can put that there, or when you have something else, and that gives you 1 XP. Okay. And then you have a long-term goal. So that would be like beat the big baddie, you know, or end corruption in this part of the world, that sort of thing. And then you can just you can complete them. It's in progress. Yeah, this sheet's very interesting. I really do need to look at the Roll20 sheet again. It was pretty ugly when I first looked at it, but maybe it's more functional than this. I don't know, because I've already seen some issues. Anyway, and then you have goals for the party too, both short term and long term, and you can get XP in both ways. Okay. You also have connections to other people, particularly the players, so you can put those in here. Those can actually be rolled or selected, like that. And that's all you really select. Now it's just like kind of driving attributes, which is something you do. Initiative, you know, do you have an initiative bonus? We do, because of our talent. National awareness, I don't think we have anything there. So this is, like you can see, melee is 3, defense is 2. I'm a little confused because it's the ladder, right? So when you look at this can be confusing, okay? At least I think so. So the way this works is these are driven by your other attributes, right? So melee is derived by your weapon skill, 2, and your body, 4. But if you come in here, it says good, yeah, but it just has a 3, which, are you expecting that that's going to be additive, like what it is? And that's not what it is. It's the level on the ladder. Okay, so good is the third one up, poor is the bottom one, and average is the second one. So, well, why does it say my accuracy is poor? Well, I have no ballistics skills and my mind is 2, so 2 is poor, right? If it was 1 more, it would be average, because 3 is average. Okay, so it's a little confusing, and when I first did some character creations with this system, this is something I ran into, and I was very confused, but no. So instead, you just let it calculate for you. Okay, so good, poor, average. That's what I am on those things. All right, defense is average too, and the question is, are they taking into effect your, you know, your defense and your skill? So good, okay, it's good as 3, so it would definitely not be good if it's just using my body. Well, my body is 4, it would be good. Oh no, good is average, so I'm sorry, 4 is average, so yes, so it is. So just to check, I'm going to go in here and I will remove I'll move that down to 1 just to test. This should go back down. This should go to average. It does not. No, hold on. About 0. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because that is correct. So okay, so it is taking those into account. So that's good to know. So if you're using Foundry, that works. Yeah, and everything else is already calculated. So toughness, metal, wounds. One thing I can't find a way to do is, like, here's my weapons, right? Well, great. How do I pull Like, see, I have Great Hammer. How does that, you know, you get pulled over there and I don't post item? I think that just throws in the chat. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not. I get this sheet. I have some. Oh, there. Actually, that worked. That's strange. Anyway, I don't know how you would set the damage. Click in here. Oh, here we go. There we go. There we go. So now, that's an interesting way to have to do it. I wonder if that's what actually did it though. And it'd tell you all that stuff. Body attacker rating good. Target. Oh no, this is rolling. So if they were poor and I rolled it. Yeah. Okay. Succeeded with 6 additional successes. Oh, I see. So normally you have to get a 4. Oh, okay. I'm having an epiphany right now. So you don't have to get a 6, right? You just have to. I have not played this game yet, obviously. So that's the target number, is the DN, right? Difficulty. So it's 2 because that was really bad. So I wonder if this did pull it over when I click that. So let me just do something else. I'm just curious for those of you working with this. So I come over here. It's not there. I click on it. Post item. Is it there now? It is not. So I don't know how this gets populated. Like that. Okay. Does it say active? Oh, okay. All right. So that is it in general. How you create a Soulbound character. It's not difficult. And this was a night quester for you guys. And yeah, I think you can probably click on those and it'll, shoot those. Yeah. So this is for Foundry VTT. There is also, I know, a sheet on Roll20. Like I say, I wasn't real happy with how that looked. So for now, I'm using this one. And I do appreciate everybody stopping by and watching how to create a Soulbound Age of Sigmar character with me. And hopefully I'll have more of these character creation tutorials in the future. Thanks, everyone.